I just got started. It's
Okay.
12 seconds. It doesn't get on the actual video.
Doesn't actually show up.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good spot to look at from at night.
Welcome to warn that there will be partial nudity. And if you are under the age of 18, please go ahead and close the stream. Hey Zero, how you doing?
Zero's the hero.
So this is the view of all of his shrines set up, and they look so awesome at night, having all the different rainbow-colored streams going up from them.
It would be good to go check the Durketo Shrine now.
Okay. This is his main base.
This is our wheel. Our thralling wheel from when we thrall characters from purges. That's where they go. And across the way here are all the shrines in the game that we currently have in place, which is I believe is all of them. And we're about to go to priests. So that is something that pleases me. And
Zero says it's buffering like crazy.
It's what?
It says it's buffering like crazy. Hey Army, how you doing?
Hey, how's Army on there?
He's going back to bed.
For those who can hear when it's clear, I'm just taking a tour, and we're going to tour thralling bases that we have built, John and I, before I started streaming online with a group of friends.
I'm going to turn off the air conditioner and see if that affects it.
Okay. I don't want you to sit and sweat in order to do this, though.
No. If it's causing the buffering, if there's an interference there, maybe. All right.
Okay, if you get this is the main base. This is where we stopped on our first day and built a fortress.
Zero says, unless the AC is on Wi-Fi, it shouldn't cause any issues. It's right next to the PlayStation.
We'll go in here and take a ride over to what was the pyramid on our horizontal elevator.
I'm right behind you, boss.
Okay. Okay. Now, this used to be a very large pyramid, but
we've been taking it down.
We decided to take down part of it to see if it would cure some lag issues that we were having. There. But we can go over here to the vertical elevator and look back at what's left.
This was all filled in? All the way across?
This was once.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was all filled in at one point with foundations that went from here all the way straight across to the other ones. There's part of a building over here, a secret room of sorts.
Yeah, we can take them inside there. We have some thralls in there that were placed in there for inspection purposes.
So we have Dear Deathbringer.
These are named thralls that were captured during purges or during encroachment upon their territory.
Mm-hmm. It's taking its time getting some of them's names up there. Okay, Aaron the Howler.
There are some handsome fellers for Dawn and some handsome girls for me.
Aldia of the Gloom. I wonder where the Gloom is.
That's the one that has 9,000 hit points, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 9,000 hit points. That's pretty impressive. He's got 1,400. 3,700.
I believe they were lined up from left to right, from lowest hit points to highest.
4,700.
Based on the region that they were acquired in. For instance, Dinah, the Master Huntress,
yeah, these two were
she
equal.
was picked up. Yeah, she was picked up, and Janos were picked up in the Nordheimer area around New Asgard.
This chickie here has 6,000.
And the dervish, yeah, she was picked up in a purge. She was thralled out of a level 3 purge, and Deidre Deathbringer here was thralled out of Sinner's Refuge, which is still pretty close into the desert. So as they go up in this direction, they go up in hit points based on where they were taken from.
Right.
And the farther north that we went, the stronger the named thralls became in both their attack power and in their hit point totals. And they were lined up in here because there was such a big space in here after we put down the foundations. I figured, why not put a room down here? I just never developed it because we started streaming on a different server and didn't play here quite as much anymore. But it seemed like a waste to just fill it in with foundations, so we made a room out of it.
And then we decided there was too many foundations and started tearing them down.
Right. We can take the other vertical elevator up to the observation platform. We're making this kind of a quick tour.
Zero, I don't know who's joining us tonight, but we're going to be playing on Techno's Turtles. Oops.
Oops.
Yeah, I can't.
There we go. We're only one of us can hit it.
Yep.
And these are my guards for the upper level prior to the destruction of the lower levels.
And this is a great way to see the shrines over there.
Right.
With all of the
and
lights.
Also the other view of the main fortress, the rear view basically, of the main fortress is easier to see from here. And it looks pretty good. Although it's daylight, it looks better at night when the lights light it up and everything else is darker.
And that down there is Ozzy's house, out in the water.
Yep. That's a friend of ours, Ozzy, who played with us here for a while. He built that house over there. We can go take a look at it if you like.
Well, since we were saying that we were going to check out the throwing camps, we probably ought to go do that.
Right, that's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the elevator now, headed down. Are you with me?
Nope, I'm not yet. Okay, now I'm in the elevator.
Alright. I'm holding the elevator for you. I checked to see if you were in before I hit it that time.
That's good. I mean, I could just, you know, jump and grab the wall and all that, but
Yeah, I know, but there's spikes on it.
that might have hurt.
These are the guards that guarded what was previously called the pyramid because it was so big. And that means pretty much anything moving by. As you can see, they've already done in the turtles over here.
The turtles don't stand a chance around here. Because as soon as
Anything
something moves, they go after it.
Yeah, anything walking by, whether it's animal, vegetable, or mineral, if it's moving and it gets close, they come out here and kill it.
Oh, I'm gonna aggro these guys over at the camp, so that
Okay, go ahead.
the guards can get them. Hey guys,
Looks like we got.
how about
one
you come
with
visit?
No, we got a spear slinger with no top. She's a T1, so candidate for. Oh, okay. You're gonna lead him into the death zone. All right.
I am, because I'm bad that way.
There go the guards.
It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Keep your eye on the guards, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing survives when they go to action. All that's left for us to do is loot and harvest.
She disappeared.
And at this time,
She
who
was right here.
disappeared?
The body that was
Yeah,
on the
I
ground
didn't
over
see
here.
either.
She died right over here somewhere.
I know, I can't see her either.
Okay.
So her stop is going to be...
Okay.
We're going to do a tour of our thralling camps to pass the time until we begin another stream on a different server. We're going to Sin Camp first, which is Sinner's Refuge, and I just called it Sin Camp for short. Sinner's Refuge is too long to type for a fumble finger typist like me, so we're going there. I believe this was our first thralling camp that we set up away after we moved north from the main base for a little bit. Okay, no skyfall. Yay!
Yay!
Now where the hell are we?
We're down.
Oh, we land behind the camp.
Yep.
As you can see, we have guards and a thralling wheel here as well, because across the way is Sinner's Refuge. And Sinner's Refuge is just chock full of thralls every day. There are always 3 at the entrance, and approximately 6 to 8 more inside the cave. So it's kind of a thralling heaven, and we have a small camp over here.
Hang on a
Kind of
minute.
a little run. Oh, our guards are coming back up. They must have they killed a hyena.
I was making sure I had my truncheon in my wheel.
Yep, they killed a hyena right over there. There were 3 of them walking up when I came over. 2 hyenas. Like I said, nothing lives when they get near the guards. There's a small camp around the corner here where there are low-level craftsmen almost every time, every day. As you will see in a moment. Here they come. There's an exile
And it's
and
a
a
fighter.
blacksmith too.
He was a fighter.
We got a blacksmith too.
He's dead. Okay. Ooh, hammer.
You picked the wrong fight.
Yeah, I did.
Gods take you.
We need to get away from the... Oh,
We are demonstrating our thralling technique. This is a Samaritan Blacksmith 2. We don't really need her, but in order to demonstrate why we're here, we're going to put her on a wheel. I will need to check to see if there's any fresh gruel, because it's been a while since we've been here. And then we can tour our little building here.
yeah, there's some. And there was already
Okay.
somebody in there. There's a Deirdre in there.
She is now finished. So I'm taking her out of the wheel. And the carpenter is now cooking. I'm gonna drop that spoiled gruel and the dead flesh, and we can tour the house now.
So we built this, and I couldn't figure out how to make this top ceiling go all the way up, so then I ended up having to do some square parts, and we have left this open here. Actually, it had more of the sloped roof pieces on it, but we kept having a problem with the skeletons that would come with the purge would end up spawning down here in the roof. So we have had to get holes in the roof in order to make it so that we could get in here and take care of the thralls.
Kill them without having to knock out a wall. Being able to go through the holes means the first time we had a purge that wouldn't clear here, there was a skeleton trap behind the wall. And I'd knocked the wall out, and he hit me in the head with a mace as soon as I knocked the wall out, so. That's
I'm
why
down.
there's a hole in the ceiling up at the top.
Yep, I'm down here at the elevator ready to go down. What is it that's weird, Goat?
You're upstairs, I'm downstairs.
Okay.
I'm down in the sitting room.
Okay, I'm coming down.
Since this is a thralling camp, we put in a water source, we put in a campfire, and a stool, and a couple of chairs for kicking up our feet and relaxing between thralling runs. And we have chests so that what we loot, we can dump them in those chests when we take thralls off of the wheel and don't want to activate them right away. They also go in chests. So this is the first thralling base that we set up, and Dawn is responsible for the decorations. The lamp, the lighting up top here, with her work. I placed the chest and fountain, and she was the inspiration for the architecture, the design of this place. And I like to have a fireplace to just chill in front of when it's dark outside, because we usually don't throw when it's dark.
I think this is the first round building that I actually completed.
Yep. And it turned out pretty good. And we have a little campfire here to cook our gruel and our food, because we do have to eat. Don, if you need it, there is some food in here, and there is some ambrosia in here.
No, I think
I
I'm
don't
good.
know how well you supplied you were.
I have 14 ambrosia and a whole bunch of food. So I think I'm good for now.
Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Okay. That assumes I can remember where the next one is. I think I can.
Yeah, I think you had put
Maybe.
marks on your map.
Did we have... I think we have a camp up at Buccaneer Bay.
Probably.
Been a while since I remember. We had a game that we had started previously, and it had to be deleted because it was glitched so bad I couldn't get into it anymore, so we started over. And this is the current game that we started over in, and I'm not sure exactly where if we have a fortress up here at the moment. Yeah, we do have a hut, and there is a guy walking around who must probably gonna try to kill me, so
So he can die.
it's a fighter 3. Yes. Oh, he died well.
Good.
I heard him gurgle. And I've now harvested his essence.
How you doing, goat?
Yes, we do have a moderate thriving fortress here.
The first game that we had a Yamatai building here.
We had a Yamatai Palace here.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just a simple building at that time. Uh-oh. Oh, you just went in the door, right?
Yeah, I just went in the door.
Okay. I thought it was missing.
We have a whole bunch of fighters and archers in that one.
Now, we have storage chests in here. Large campfire again for cooking food, and a dismantling table to break down things,
Mm-hmm.
whatever we can. I thought that was a good touch that they did when they put a
Did the update?
dismantling table
Yeah.
in the game. That, you know, prior to that, pretty much everything had to be just dropped to get rid of it. At least this way you can turn it into components. Okay, I'll take the spoiled gruel off the wheel. There's no one currently on it. It's
Okay.
nighttime and it's raining. So, unless you just want to go beat up some people in the dark,
No.
we can wait till it gets light to move to the next camp. Or we can... Okay. I'm going to put a marker here. I didn't have a marker here before.
Did we have one in the jungle?
I think so, but I'm going to have to check the map to be sure. That's
Goat.
what made me think of this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There is a marker for the Pagoda of Boundless Lust, but I don't know that we built an actual camp here.
Yeah.
Um,
Goat, if I plant flowers,
there-
they die. Just saying. If I
There
plant
is-
flowers, they die.
You remember I asked you about the Sky Hut the other day?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
it's
in this
here.
one, right?
It's in this. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where we're going to go next.
Okay.
And if we're lucky, there'll be no skyfall.
Yeah, Zero. I could kill plastic plants too. Doc is
I
responsible for
think
any plant in the building because if I touch it, it's gone.
That's why they're all fake.
we are here
I do great floral arrangements.
at the Sky Hut. This is the entry. It leads up to a door. I don't know why my torches don't seem to be lit, and there is an elevator that will take us up to the actual hut.
Isn't this the one that I have to duck to get in?
Yep, I think. Oh no, you mean to get in the elevator?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if it is, we'll probably both have to duck. I can't remember. I know there was.
I remember there was. Yeah.
Yep. Both of us have to duck.
Okay.
Okay. Up we go. There are windows. Oh, I just fell out, so I'm
Uh oh. I will
gonna bring
send.
back down. Okay.
Yep. Elevator going down.
I don't know why I fell out. I was turning around to look through the windows toward the outside, but I guess it's dark enough that we wouldn't be able to see much anyway.
Would somebody give me some ice?
No, crunch into the mic. Leslie? No, Vic said no. Huh? Hey Google, how much is on the timer?
Okay, you need to go on through so I can follow
I'm
you.
sorry.
About 20 minutes.
This open room has room for crafting tables, but none have been placed in here yet because this was originally intended as a place to stay safe from the rain and the animals at night. And again,
Take this piece and put it in your dad's cup. It's big enough to fit that one. Sorry.
again, we have a few chairs and a campfire in here to keep us warm and dry.
Honey,
And a place to sit and chat when it's too dark to adventure. I guess I should check for food.
notice when he's a shit, he's your son. When you want something, he's my son because you say ask your dad.
And there is food here.
Wesley said. Mother, check your cup, Wesley said.
Mm-hmm.
Another large clump. He's putting it out in piles.
There are also two
Dear,
rhinos and a bear.
you can wait
What?
20 minutes for dinner.
I have 2 rhinos, a bear,
But whose fault's that?
cub in this chest, along with 4 fighters, or 3 archers, a fighter, a dancer, and
Okay, I understand.
priest.
I understand the reason, but you can wait 20 minutes for dinner.
all Nordheimers.
Take the mushrooms then.
So I might as well pick them up, take them with me. I also have several legendary weapons in the game that are in this chest. Strangely familiar axe,
Mm-hmm.
Gavain's rusty pike, and the reinforced stool, which is a bar stool turned into a club.
Mm-hmm.
Check with the prisoner and find out what time the constable visit will be over.
So I'll take those out. We need to stop by the animal pen, if I can remember where it is, and drop them off.
Dakota!
And back here, there's a room with windows we can use to see if it's day or night, and more space for crafting stations or storage. But again, shortly after this was built, we began playing on a server where more people had joined. So this didn't get as developed as it might have otherwise. And this door leads out to a place where you can see pretty much just how high up we are when the lightning flashes. It is a very long fall from this location, which is why it's called a sky hut.
I'll make it a point not to jump.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good idea. There's a small camp over there on that island, and just north of where we are is an island that looks like a foot that we call Snake Island because there's 7 giant
That one right
snakes.
there. Yeah, I've highlighted it on the map so they can see it.
Cool. Great.
I'm back inside.
Okay.
Apparently I can stand on chairs. Who knew?
You're just good. And I can do it too.
Can I get
Isn't
up
that
on
amazing?
there? on.
I'm not sure I think it's too smart to stand above the fire. I mean, you got
Yeah,
a torch
it's not
burning,
working.
you know,
Yeah,
got a
it
torch
wasn't
over
working.
there warming your buns when you were climbing. So
Yeah, I can kind of walk through it. I can't get on it. Well, shoot. I really wanted to walk.
you almost did it. You almost landed on that bar.
I know you're supposed to walk across hot.
But I don't think it'll let you actually stand on that bar because you hit it.
Okay,
You hit it
I
dead
tried.
center too many times. I mean, you hit it
tried.
dead center enough times. If it were going to allow it, it would have allowed it by then. I think it's getting light enough for us to move to the next area. But I believe this is the only fortress we have in the jungle itself. I think in this game so far.
Okay. I solemnly swear not to touch the elevator controls.
It's instinct.
She also solemnly swears she's up to no good.
And you don't have to swear, because, you know, it takes about 0.2 of a second for us to figure out we both hit it at the same time, and then one of us just stops. Gotta stoop to get out. Elevator didn't quite line up with the floor right. But from this location, you can explore quite a bit of the jungle. But we'll be moving on now to the next camp, which I think...
We need to stop at Serenity as well. They need
Yeah.
to see Serenity.
Okay, we will hit the camp by the ship first and then go to Serenity, since it's in that general direction. This is near the desert pirate ship, the landlocked pirate ship. And it's a good place to thrall both named characters and T3s,
Mm-hmm.
fighters and archers. There are even sometimes on the ship there are sometimes high-level dancers, and near where the captain stands. Indoors here we have the usual basics: water supply, dismantling table. We have a fire for cooking, and we've got a ton of thralls. Check in this chest, Don. so they can see just how many thralls are in that chest from this
Oh my
area.
goodness.
5 dancers, 2 bearers, a taskmaster, 7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11 named characters. 3 of them here at the bottom. One of them's the captain of the ship, and then there are 2 archers. There are 2 taskmasters to all named. The rest of these up here are T3s, archers and fighters, and T2s. And I guess it would be a good idea to take them all out of the chest, put them someplace. Got a lot of stuff up here because we spent quite a bit of time up here thralling and fighting a couple of boss monsters that are in this area. There's a spider and a what do they call it? Sand reaper.
Yep.
And here we have 2 wheels. Because of the abundance of thralls, we have 2 8-position wheels. And we had no problem filling both of them up.
Yeah. Purges here were fun.
Yeah.
Because they would come from over the hill here. They could come from back there. And they would come from across that little land bridge right here.
Yeah, it kept us running.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when there was no purge and we got bored, we had an entire camp and a ship full of worthy candidates for thraldom. I like to think of them as employees because after we beat the hell out of them, they'd get a job, free food, free clothes, a free place to live, and spend the rest of their lives, however long or short they are, in relative safety and comfort compared to what they're going through when we get to the point where we start beating on them. So I kind of like to think we're doing them a favor. And I treat them good on the basic premise that if they're treated well, we don't have to worry about chasing them down. They never run away. Of course, I don't think that any of them run away ever in the game.
That would be kind of weird.
Yeah, right. It's like the little tutorial of when you're loading into the game that says, if you use arrows or spears, you can cripple people that are trying to use these to slow down enemies that are running away. I have never met an enemy that ran away.
Yeah, they generally run at you.
They generally try to kill us. I've never seen an enemy try to run away from us. So that's kind of a moot point. Nice advice, but have yet to see it happen. Okay.
Hang on a minute. I just killed an antelope for the fun of it.
Okay, so you're doing some cooking, I guess.
Yep. And getting rid of some putrid flesh.
Oh my lord! Look at the food. Look how much food is in this chest.
How much of it's gone? Bad. Because I just took some off of the...
You'll have to see it to believe it. There's not a single piece of putrid flesh, of putrid meat in the entire chest. And it is literally packed with food and drink. Like I said, this is a good place to have a fortress, or even for that matter, even a thralling camp, because there's plenty of food, plenty of thralls, and plenty of fun, both during raids on the ship and during the purges.
My girl's getting too hot. Okay.
Yeah, mine too.
And I've got my hot.
Gotta put on something.
Okay, that helped a little bit.
Let's see.
Hey Nathan, how you doing?
Okay, that helped. Okay, next stop, Serenity. And I would like to stay there until it gets nighttime so
So they can see it.
they can see what it looks like.
Okay.
And then when it's dark. I'm kind of proud of the work that we both did there.
Mm-hmm.
Not huge, not complicated, but I think it was a pretty good job outside and inside for. It was designed and intended as a place to chill between missions. And I did the outside and Dawn did the inside decorating. Uh-oh.
Are we skyfalling?
No, the screen just froze, so.
Okay. Just give it a minute and see if it fixes itself.
Hey Google, cancel.
Lost connection to the server.
Okay. This also happens occasionally. I do not know completely why they were supposed to have fixed things like that during the updates. But when it does happen, we have to load back in. And usually we'll show up at the same place that we had the glitch.
Mm-hmm.
I took about 2 steps before the screen froze.
Ah. Okay. So you're still loading in? Let me know when you send the because then I can just leave it on the Conan screen before I switch it to the blue screen to accept the invite.
Okay.
What other places do we have in here? We have Serenity, and then
We have a camp near the Sumerians
right?
at Mounds of the Dead, just north of the Mounds of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
And that might actually be the last full-scale camp.
Mm-hmm.
We do have wheels. We do have a wheel and a hut over by the river near the 3 towers
Mm-hmm.
where the Nordheimers are.
Right. Oh, well then we also have the hut up by the God's Claw.
Yep. And we've got a couple of wheels. I don't know if we have a hut, but we've got a couple of wheels over on the river near the Forsaken Bridge or the Trader's Bridge or whatever that is.
Betrayer. Yeah. Bridge of the Betrayer.
Betrayer's Bridge of the Betrayer.
Mm-hmm.
Up there where it's really cold.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few camps up there that we thrall. As a matter of fact, between what I'm carrying and what we have in chests back at the main base, I'm guessing we have over 100 thralls that haven't even been unpacked yet. And we have probably 100 that have been unpacked and have been posted. In locations wherever we do have a camp.
Mm-hmm.
The only exception to that rule is the one in Buccaneer Bay. There were no guards posted there the last time.
Yeah, I think that was
And
a
the
recent.
guards at the ship are posted by the wheels rather than at the house. Say
Zero,
again?
Zero says it's now a podcast. I think that the one at Buccaneer Bay is one of our more recent ones. Like that was one of the last ones that we put together.
Yeah.
We hadn't done much there yet on this game.
Right.
Alright. Have you loaded in yet?
It's 99% full on the bar. But it always takes longer than I like to load in this game. That's really the only, now it's the only major complaint that I have is that it does have a long loading time if you have to, if you need to, you know, start it up again, it takes a while. Okay, I'm back in. Invite being sent.
I'm glad he spelled that right, didn't put R in there.
Now.
Well, I realized that on my title, I called it a trawling camp instead of thralling camp.
What kind of camp?
Trawling, T-R-A-L. Forgot the H in there, so it's not
Well,
a thralling.
Yeah, that's not far from the truth anyway, because when you're trawling for fish, you're just keeping the bait moving, and that's pretty much what we do. We run in there, see what we want, drag them out in the open so we can beat them up, put them on a wheel. Or we drag them out in the open, which is like trawling, so we can beat them up without their buddies beating us up at the same time. So yeah, it fits. A fisherman will know what it means.
Rogue and I, yeah, we're back here at the one in the desert. Rogue and I, was it Zero that went with us? Yeah, Rogue, Zero, and I think it was, went to the Samaritan area.
Are we on air again?
Yes, we're still on air. We've been on air the whole time.
Okay. Okay.
So, sibling revelry is currently being utilized by Rogue Huntress, but we'll probably get more of the siblings involved. So maybe some of Rogue's siblings, and possibly get Mountain Momo to use it at some point.
To use what?
The sibling revelry channel.
Oh yeah.
Switching back and forth between the two channels. I have to log out of one and log into the other on my PS4. And I'm an old lady, and remembering logins is one of those things. I have long lists of things with logins, and
from up here, this is the photogenic, and you go into first person. This is the what we call Serenity. This is the main house, and inside is where Don did some absolutely fantastic decorating. And over to the left, the more blocky form, is where we house our guards and our kitchen, elevator, and bedrooms. And we can go look on the inside. Our guards, as you can see, are plentiful here, and some of them are locked into boxes because they're archers, and if we don't lock them into boxes, they come down on the ground and fight. And sometimes they don't survive the battle because archers are not very good at hand-to-hand. And Dawn is taking you into the part that is serene. And with the exception of a little few adjustments on the planks that were sticking through the walls, I changed those out for some that don't. Everything else except the 3 chairs was her doing, and I put in 3 chairs, though it's usually just her and I, because it's easier to take a picture from the center chair and make it look right than it is from off to one side or the other. There's the heart. And the obligatory fireplace. And the dancer that we use should we become corrupted.
Which is often. And now that they've changed things a little bit, the corruption happens more often because the newer...
when you fight the newer undead, the skeletons and the whites.
Right.
And this particular dancer is always topless because that's how she was when she was thralled. And
she got a hat on because we don't like her hair.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take her hat off and let them see her hat.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take it off, let her see her hat.
We don't like her hair.
She's got that hair cut all the way on one side, it's shaved, and the other side it's chopped.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a barber did it. It looks like it was done with a sharp knife. And so because of the haircut, sometimes the mask stays on, but I'll leave it off for now. And we have a storage room up above this with the only crafting table in this building is the artisan's table that is up in the very top room, because the only thing that we chose to put in this building was furniture and things made at the artisan table. This is a place where there are no weapon or armor repair tables or equipment or resources, because this is a place where we only fight if a purge attack comes. Otherwise, we just come here to chill out. That's why it's called Serenity. And it's getting dark enough now. I think it might be fun to see what it looks like when the lights are shining. Well, not quite, but it will be in a moment. If you'll notice, we do have some barricades up, because when the purge does come, they can come from any direction. This just limits our, those things just limit our, how many openings we have to cover. And of course, the guards that are fighters up there, they come down and fight. So when Dawn and I are here and the fighters are down here, there's a total of 6 of us doing battle, and haven't lost a battle yet.
Only that first purge.
The sun.
That first purge was a doozy. Not here, but in general.
Oh yeah, the first time we turned on the purge, it was set on level 6. I didn't know it. So we were over by New Asgard in a little thralling camp that we had there. And I had 8 fighters on the ground, and 2 had a panther and a jaguar. The first wave was a few skeletons. The second wave was some more skeletons and some serpent men skeletons. And the third wave was mostly serpent men skeletons. And the fourth wave was Serpent Man skeletons and an undead dragon whose breath, his fire breath, wiped out every guard I had on the ground and the panther. The only thing that survived on the ground was the jaguar. The archers survived because they were blocked in and couldn't get down, or they'd probably died too. And the dragon eventually stomped me to death. And I think it killed Dawn too, but I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they got me too.
It killed us both. But it was a total surprise. So if you're going to set the purge on level 6 and you get an undead attack, what do they call it? A spirit of vengeance or something like that? Don't be surprised if an undead dragon shows up and eats most of your thralls.
Mm-hmm.
And he cooks them first. He uses his fire breath, and that's what does them in. Of course, he stomped me to death. My girl just got up underneath him and couldn't get out from underneath him, and it was just a few steps and a hiss of flame breath, and she was respawning someplace else.
Hey, Shark. How you doing?
But as always, we have a relaxation point, a couple of chairs to sit back in when we just do nothing but chat at the end of a mission or spending time on a game, since we used to spend literally hours and hours and hours.
Like 8 or more.
And then the other portion of this building that we're in now. Whoops.
Whoa! It's still not quite dark
Didn't
yet.
want to go up. Nope. That's why we're going to go check out the crew quarters. In here are lots of storage chests and lots of beds. There is one bed for each guard for 2 shifts. A total of 36. And the total number of guards is 18, or guards and personnel, which include the cook and the artisan that's on the artisan table at the top of the Serenity building.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I say I take good care of my thralled employees. They all have a clean bed to sleep in. They have a roof over their heads. They have free food, free clothes, free armor, free weapons. What else could they ask for? Their lot, trust me, is better than it was when I found them. At least in my opinion it is. They no longer have to scrounge for a living.
There it is.
Nor are they in danger very often.
Isn't that pretty?
And I would love to see my guards go into action, but I don't even know if I have the purge activated. I want to check it real quick just for the heck of it. Nope. It is activated now, though. Set on level 3. It may not trigger before we switch streams, but it might. You never know. But this design was actually inspired by those statues that you see up on the 3rd level, which Dawn brought out and placed generally in the formation that they're in now, but they were down on the ground and that just didn't seem like the right place for them. So this entire building was built primarily to show them off and to be a non-combat rest area. Non-crafting, non-combat. All anybody does here is guard, eat, sleep, carry out the daily functions of life in peace.
I'm gonna get myself killed here trying to get up there where I can see them. There.
I might take out those walls so you can climb up there and get close-ups, but then there'd be a gap. But I might do it anyway.
It's okay. It's pretty like this in the dark.
Yeah, I like it. I'm kind of proud of it. I'm proud of the work you did inside and proud of the work we did together on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep.
Alright, so we still need to go to the
Oh!
Samaritan.
I just went off the back of the platform.
You did your roll and went backwards?
Yeah. Took a hop backwards, right off the edge of the platform.
Wonder if she can put her earrings back on now.
Probably.
Still trying to get her health back up. So right now we're right in this area right here, just above the Shattered Springs. And our next camp is over here somewhere. Near the Dirgewood.
Okay, we have 2 wheels in the vicinity of the area around New Asgard where the Nordheimers are.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 we have 2 wheels on the north, one by the bridge that crosses over from the highlands into the snow, and one over near Freya's Watch. But they're just wheels. So I'm going to take us to where I have hut signs.
Mm-hmm. You know, on the admin panel you can change it. Go away.
Well, the places that we're going, they'll look just as good in the dark as they do in the daytime. They're small. Yeah. This is the first one. This is the one where...
Oh my goodness.
Mad hordes of Sumerians
I landed.
and Nordheimers attack.
On the fence on the roof.
Cool.
At the corner.
And you
Like,
can,
I haven't
you can
moved.
turn and show... You can turn them and show where the wheel is.
Uh-huh.
And if you feel like it, show them where it is on the map. I'm going to check the wheel. We don't have anybody on this wheel currently. I think I cleaned out all of the chests on the inside, so you might want to jump down and let them see the building from a distance after they... It's just a simple 2x3 construction that gets attacked all the time by mostly Sumerian, the Lost Tribe, and the Forgotten Clan, which are both Sumerian tribes, and they usually have a lot of dogs with them.
Right. They come from down that hill there, from across it over there, and a lot of times they come from through here or across this top of this hill right here.
Now, question, Dawn. In the stream, can you see that black cloud-looking thing straight on the other side of the wheel? You may not be able to see it on your screen, but I was wondering if it shows up in the stream.
No. I just saw lightning strike flash over there, but
Right.
no. When Michael looks back towards where the main base is, he can see a kind of a vortex that's above it that shows up.
It's a big spinning black wheel, and the light is coming down from it rather than going up. On most shrines, the light is going from the shrine upward. in the vortex that I see on my screen, it is a large black disc, like a storm front, like a storm cloud, with a bright blue disc in the center, and the light is coming from the disc down to the shrine. And it's a result of something called the protection of Mitra.
Yeah.
When you upgrade your shrine to the max level to tier 3, and you put the proper priest on there, it opens up the option to invoke the protection of Mitra, which forms a dome over the shrine, and a larger dome expands outward over the property for quite some distance. So if the shrine is in the middle of what you built, the protection will cover not just the shrine itself, but also cover what you built if it lies within the larger dome. The one near our base camp is somewhat outside. The base camp itself is somewhat outside the dome, so only part of it is covered.
Are we going to run over and check the wheel
it doesn't show up on Dawn's screen.
Yeah. We're going to run over and check the wheels of the towers?
Yeah, I think they're in running distance.
Mm-hmm. If we follow this path right here, it takes us down to the one at the river.
Okay, that'll work. Then that one will take us up. We can go from that one to the wheel up near the 3 towers. The 3 towers are those in the distance. So if Dawn looks up toward them, you can see 3 tall towers. That's what I call the 3 towers. They have names, but the 3 towers is
the ward towers.
Easier for me to remember. I just call them the 3 towers. Dawn is now taking us down to a river that runs near there, where we set up a small hut and a wheel for thralling purposes and for purge thralling. She just jumped on top of the little small building. Again, it's just a 2x3, and it's 1 story here. It gets cold at this area, so there is a brazier in here on the inside to warm the place, and it works quite well. If it gets really cold, we just run inside there and warm up in just a couple of seconds. And the surrounding countryside is pretty well open. Let's go check this. This wheel that we're going to right now is one used during thralling, purge thralling, because the purge strikes up here occasionally. The wheel's currently empty, but again, it's an 8 placer because when we do have a purge, we can sometimes fill it up pretty fast. Also, it's carries overflow from the other camp, or the other wheel that's up near the towers, which is where I'm heading now.
Right behind you.
Okay. I tried to put torches along the entire path, but it wouldn't let me put torches in some places, so there are torches in key areas, but some spots are blank. And we always have to fight going up here, because there's an archer right there who always shoots at us. And we usually thrall if they're female.
Okay, she's down.
Okay. She's going on the wheel. There's another female over there.
Where? Up here by the wheel?
It's a fighter with a shield. Let me take out that guy. Okay, the guy's down. Now we can throw the girl. This is a T2 Nordheimer fighter.
Another one coming behind you.
I
And it's
got
a
him.
guy.
You stay on her. I'll take out the guy.
Okay.
Whoa! Help if I use my mace instead of my
Okay,
fist.
she down.
Okay, put her on the wheel.
I will as soon as I take out these two alchemists and smelters. Okay.
Okay. Good enough.
Somebody thought they were coming to her rescue.
Well, sadly they failed.
Okay.
But then again, that's the best part of thralling is looting and harvesting and.
I gotta heal for a minute.
Ones, okay, you put the good ones on the wheel and you eliminate the riffraff, and then you end up with a whole bunch of stuff that you gotta stick in your chest because it's so full you can't do anything else.
Okay, so that was the
Alright.
two guys from the little camp here, I think.
Right.
Yep. And
Okay, there's one.
one guard. And
It appears just one guard out there that looks like that's a female with a spear. T3
I don't
fighter. Yes, we can thrall her. This is a T3 Nordheimer fighter. Female or not, she is bad, so always a prize when we get one of them. There we go. Now I have to heal,
You see it?
but I got her on a rope.
You might need.
I'm bleeding, so can't heal till the bleeding stops.
yeah, I'm gonna take a side tour right here for a minute.
Okay,
Over to
where
this
you
book.
going?
I'm gonna come over here and activate some ghosts.
Over where the
Boogie.
push-up book is. As
Not
you
push-up
probably see
bras,
in Dawn's
they're-
stream, you can see the ghosts
Get out of my way.
and the book that lays right here on the ground near them.
Okay.
I think I already got that, but I'm gonna click on it anyway just in case.
Yeah, I did that too. We're going to the shrine now.
Yep. It appears that all of those are male. There appears to be one craftsman. There's probably a priest, and they just spotted us.
Hi, buddy.
The T1 Blacksmith. Is that a female or a male?
Male.
Archer.
Ma'am.
Take him down.
Done.
For those who don't know, there are treasure chests on top of these towers. They don't usually contain anything too special, but sometimes they do, on rare occasions, have something like star metal. But for the most part, it's just general types of... we got a female spear again. T3 came up from below. Whoa!
Hey. I don't wish to be bloody.
Bring her to me. Or take her toward the wheel. Take her toward the wheel. Alright, now come back to me. She moves too fast to hit when she's passing.
Yeah, and she's trying to kill me, and I'm almost dead.
Well, keep running until you get a place to heal. I'm gonna get her attention on me. She's on me. Heal. Okay, she's down. As you can tell, in a very short period of time, we have collected a T2 archer and fighter and 2 T3 fighters in, what, 5 minutes? 10 minutes or less? And we're not done.
We might want to go ahead and go to the other camp. Because it's 20 after 10. And we gotta switch at 10:30.
Okay.
We're around. Oh!
Okay.
It's up by the...
You want to do the purge first?
Yeah, it's up by God's Claw. Well, we could run to the other one, just take a look at it, and then come back. You think we could do that in 10 minutes?
The other one is up by the Samaritan camps.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do
Let's
you
see
think we
where
could...
I'm at.
We have 7 minutes.
Alright, where are we? I can't see myself. Okay, I can see myself on the map. We can try.
Okay.
It would be this direction. For about as far as we can go. We see the swords up there. Circle of swords.
Right.
Oh, somebody just... I just put away my weapons and heard someone chasing me, so let's go ahead and run.
There's an archer trying to get to us.
Well, we can outrun him because the drums... I just heard the drums stop. Uh-oh. Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And the wolves up here are no joke, folks.
Okay. Am I heading in the right direction? Yeah. You with me?
Yeah, I'm very cold, so you might want to check your armor.
Yeah, I don't even know where you're at.
I just crossed
you're heading
the
the wrong
river.
way. You're heading the wrong way.
Actually, you're right.
I'm right here.
Okay. I can see the towers that we set up, and I hear another wolf. Okay, there's the towers that we... I'm up by the circle of swords.
I see him. We aren't planning on aggravating this guy up here, are we?
Nope.
Okay.
Just passing through.
Alrighty.
These foundations that you see here are what we use to fight the, what do they call it?
Rot branch.
Rot branch down there, but we're not going to fight him right now because he's too tough and we're to fight quickly, and we're headed for one more camp that we want to show you before we change to the, before we go to the
Yep, we're heading the right way.
purge.
There's a wolf on the hill.
Yep, I see him.
Maybe he won't see us.
We might end up passing him. I think if we go north of the Mounds of the Dead, we'll pass by Ozzy's place before we get to ours. Here's the fence that leads that direction. Ozzy's place is north of us. Ozzy is a friend of ours that we play with occasionally on this. There's a white up there on the left. And he wants to dance. They always have good loot. Sometimes if you harvest them, they'll have witch powder.
Hey, Misty. And welcome back, Amber.
Okay, there's Ozzy's house.
Mm-hmm.
We can take a side trip to it because it's not too far from ours. This is Ozzy's place here. It looks like he has no doors. Which wouldn't be surprised because he builds a gate so nothing can get in, so. But he does have dancers and 2 floors. And we're just making a brief stop here to show you that he can build a little bit too. When he likes, what he wants to.
Okay.
Now the weird thing is when he built here,
Mm-hmm.
it stopped the people who were in this camp from spawning. But that chest, if you stay away at least 24 hours game time, it will refill. Okay. We follow this little trail down here. We have 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The road just came on. So we'll be switching streams in a moment or two after the purge. Oh, there's an archer, just run past. We'll fight him on the other side. Fight him on our turf.
They're doing a bit of
Oh,
yelling.
there's a topless fighter. But she went down. This is one of my guards over here that came down to fight this one that was chasing us. But as you can see, if you look, she's a Nordheimer Fighter 3. She came from the area we just finished thralling. And here we have a little observation platform where you can look back and see the compound. If you go into first person mode, you can see the outline of it. And again, this one here was almost completely done by dawn. I built a little 3x3 section off to the left end of this, and I thought she was getting bored, so I just told her to do whatever she wanted to do, and this is what she came up with.
This room right here is the one that he had started with.
Yep, and you can only see it, but you can't see what she got outside here because she's inside now. And the wheel is over on the other side. We managed to get it moved far enough away where it's not in the frame for the pictures. And these guards are armed and armored to the teeth. All of the fighters are wearing heavy armor and have high-grade weapons.
And there's our sitting room. We gotta get back to the other place. Bedroom.
Okay.
Michael's got a bedroom over here.
I think the lab just pulled you out of the bedroom.
That's okay. We got people to kill.
Yep. Wolves first.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Okay. Heal.
I'll get in the archer first. So which direction did they come from?
Where is he at?
I already killed him.
The wolves, they came from the wheel. Those wolves that we just took on came from the direction of the wheel.
Okay. Yep. I got a taskmaster over here. Frick the trapster. And another wolf. Do we want to kill him or throw him? Kill him?
Yep.
Good. He's done.
They're regrouping.
I don't even see his body.
What, the name guy or the other one?
Yeah, either. They both just disappeared on me.
Well, I got them harvested, so
Okay.
I left the wolves on the ground. I'm not gonna mess with what they carry, but I looted and harvested the human dead. Make sure you heal between battles, because the next they lead with 3 wolves.
Okay.
Here now, every time, whichever way they first come from, the first thing that comes is 3 wolves.
Right.
And if they hit you, they can gang up on you and really make your life miserable.
Hey, Hawks. He tied a nurse in each of the 3 chairs.
What?
Hawks said that he tied nurses in the 3 chairs.
They're coming from the wheel again, behind it.
With more wolves.
Yep,
And an archer. Or 2.
yep.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, we're still on the co-op game at the moment. But
As soon as the purge is over, we'll be switching over.
yeah, I'm trying to get these archers that are...
I got one of them.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, we'll be switching to Technos Turtles in a few minutes here, Rogue. So if you want to go ahead and get in there.
Did the
Another-
purge clear yet?
Nope, and there's a wolf over here trying to take down the house.
Okay, I got an archer over here. I'm gonna take him down.
Regrouping.
Okay, I got all the bodies harvested that I could find.
Okay. I'm not skinning the wolves. I hope so too, Hawks. I really hope so. It'd be nice if they'd get that fixed.
What's that?
He needs to have surgery on his neck.
Oh, that's
And-
not good.
And, in the meantime, it's putting pressure on nerves in his arms and his legs, and they're going numb, and he's in pain.
That's no fun.
And we're hoping they get him some surgery soon.
2 seconds.
Yeah, and I can't tell which direction they're coming from. Oh, past the wheel?
On the left.
Yep. With the wolves. Where is he?
Up here on the hill.
Okay. I don't see more over here. I'm running over to check the house.
By the house. There's one coming from back over where the first one came from.
Oh. He did. It is still not regrouping.
It is, yeah, it is.
Now
Just
it is.
regroups when you...
Okay.
That last one was a named one, but didn't want him.
Yeah, wasn't he like a blacksmith or something?
Yeah. Now I don't see his body. That's okay, that's just one less I have to harvest.
45 seconds.
Yep. Got a lot of wolves laying around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
30 seconds.
You up top?
Nope, I'm right down here. Right here.
Okay.
Okay. I don't see any
Where
archers.
did they come from?
They came from over here.
From where? Over to the east?
Yeah, they
to
came
the right
from
of the hut?
they came from right here. So I don't know where the
Where the humans are?
Yeah. Come on, people.
Okay, I'm checking uphill.
I'm getting shot at.
Nothing there. Okay, I see them. There are 2 of them by the house. 3. Varpnir was one of them.
Okay, there's one. Two.
I took down 1, so that was 3 of the ones that we saw. That I saw up here.
2 of them went down, but I'm still not seeing.
Well, you killed one that was moved. The fighter, I guess, that ran after you and then draw. Now this one, if you'll notice, is a 1-star boss. So she's going to be pretty tough to take down, as well as pretty tough when you have her as a thrall. She'll be a good one. She'll have high hit points and do big damage.
And she's down.
They have been defeated. I'm going to put her on the wheel, and then we can go back to the house and switch over to the other game, the other stream.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? She is a cook. Can you believe that?
Good. She can fix me a cheeseburger.
Yeah, but just think about it. When's the last time you saw a cook as a chief of a tribe? It doesn't matter though. That's how things go. Sometimes you get fighters, sometimes you get cooks. But that's what makes it fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to the main camp and our beds. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this little tour. This area, this game is one that we played before we started doing, or before I started joining the streams on the other servers.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun here. Had a lot of fun tonight too. I thought it was pretty cool anyway.
It was. I had fun too. And we'll be having more fun over on Techno's Turtles in a few.
Yep. Right now we are headed back to our safety of our beds so that we can sign out safely and not have our bodies attacked. Who is that said kill?
I don't know. Karen said she's waiting for some chili. If you're looking at the stream. I was waiting for the bed to load in.
It's cooling.
Karen, Joe said it's cooling. Alright, I'm exiting to the main menu.
Okay, I'll be doing the same thing.
Thank you for letting me play on your server.
Thank you for joining me. Sending the folks a view of some of the things that we built before we started playing together on the other servers.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this stream. And we'll start a new one.
Okay.
Alright,
All
so
right.
I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Thank you for watching, everybody.